Hi, it's Laura DiCarlo, your Career Director's International President and your six-figure audacious entrepreneur architect. Basically, I help people get out of their own way to six-figure success. So right now, I want to have a motivational Monday kind of conversation because starting out the new year, it's really been in my head based on some personal experiences how easy it is to get in our own way of our own success. And you don't have to be self-employed to do this. You can just be any person, self-employed, with a job, retired, staying at home. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is that each of us is walking around with this amazing, powerful brain. And the issue about that amazing, powerful brain is that it's so busy protecting us from getting hurt that it's also protecting us from finding joy. Yes, that's right. A lot of times, those voices, and no, I'm not talking about being crazy, but we all have our inner voice that is telling us things to protect us. Because honestly, your brain cannot differentiate between what's real and what it may have seen or what it may have determined from watching something. For instance, you watch a movie or you see what happens to a friend or schoolmate when they put themselves out on the line, or you watch your friend get turned down when asking for a date, or you watch your colleague who's put out so many different press inquiries and gotten no coverage. The bottom line is that there's just so many ways that our brain gets busy, like protecting us. Oh, I'm too busy. I'll get hurt. I'll be embarrassed. I'll be ashamed. Oh, I don't want anybody to see me fail at that. I won't seem good enough anymore. And so we give up without even trying on the things that give us joy. And this is so easy to do. And honestly, the more settled we get, the easier it becomes to let these precious, precious things slip through our fingers. And we don't want that to happen. So I could give you a ton of different examples, but the most recent one I'm dealing with is in being physically active. And I think that's important because I don't care what you do for a living, what your net worth is, how happy you are. The bottom line is that we all need physical activity. We all need to honor our bodies while they're still working. And if you're like me and you thought your body was stopping working in some ways, then this is really important to you from the physical aspect. So, I've had so many things go wrong with my body. It's crazy. I don't sit, I only stand, thanks to a nerve injury and a spinal cord disease I got from a diagnostic test. I have not let these things stop me from dancing and walking and enjoying my life, even though there's all these voices in my head telling me, protect yourself, you don't want to get hurt anymore. Every time you try, you get hurt again. No, what is living? Living is not lying in my bed, living vicariously through Hallmark. No, I've got to be out there being alive. And it's easy to settle, but we don't want to settle on our dreams. So for me, in the last 20 months, on top of the spinal cord disease and the nerve injury, I got plantar fasciitis in one foot and I got 2 stress fractures in the other. After months of healing, my foot was no better, and it was like, Doc, what's going on? And she said, oh, look, the MRI shows you now have bone spur and arthritis there. So this is just how your foot's going to be. And honestly, it was difficult to put weight on my foot. And I was terrified. I had all these voices. What if I don't get to dance again? And I found myself driving to hula, the first practice of the year, and I was like, am I making a mistake? Is this going to make it worse? And they were all, my brain was screaming at me to just go home and protect myself. Luckily, I'm a little bit smarter than my brain. I don't know, maybe I'm crazier than my brain, but experience has shown me that you won't know if you don't try. And more importantly, look at all the people fighting for a right to dance. People without feet, without limbs, without a leg. I mean, just go to any of the Facebook videos out there and YouTube videos, and it's just amazing the things people are doing. They're not talking about their pain or their fear, but they are living their lives despite any kind of thing their brain is telling them or a perceived real disability. So in my case, I went, I danced. Yeah, it's been touch and go, but the reality is that I look back at just a few weeks ago and I think there was a voice in my head that said, don't do it. And what if I had listened to that? But I didn't. So the bottom line is that whatever you've convinced yourself you shouldn't be doing, whether it's because of, that voice could be telling you so many reasons: money, time, embarrassment, what others will think, fear of failure. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is that you will never know. You won't get to even see if this thing you want so bad brings you joy unless you put yourself out there. So honestly, feel the fear and do it anyway. Take baby steps, but you can have your dream and you can talk your brain out of protecting you just by showing it what's possible. So I hope to see you out there flying higher. Thank you.